guys, so today we are going to be thinking about a book called The Honeymakers, and this is by Gail Gibbons. And in The Honeymakers, we are going to be thinking about very specific text features. So yesterday with Giant Panda, we were looking at illustrations. Today with Honeymakers, we are going to be looking at captions. And captions are actually a comment that goes with a picture. And you see I have all these little blue tabs on my book because I have marked where I found captions in Gail Gibbons' The Honeymaker. So let's go to the first one. This is a really interesting page because she drew a honeybee and she actually labeled it like a diagram. But we're not going to think about the diagram. We are going to be looking at the fact that she has captions and labels in her diagram. Her label just gives us a little bit more information on some of the body parts of the honeybee. So we're looking at this label. It says proboscis, and it gives us information that says the long, hollow tongue, the proboscis, sucks up sweet juices called nectar from flowers to make honey. I'm also noticing that there's a caption for the antenna, and these captions just help us learn a little bit more. Maybe we didn't really know what it was, so Gail Gibbons is giving us a sentence about what they are. Now, we know what antennas are because we studied them, but some friends who read this book might not know, so she is providing a caption. And she said that the two antennae, or feelers, are used for touch and smell. So just a reminder that the antennas are used for touch and smell. Now let's find another area in our book where Gail Gibbons uses a caption. And I love captions because I know that I can read them to learn more information. For example, here's another illustration, and I don't know what this little white thing is. I'm not sure. Well, look, there's a label that tells me it's a larva. But what is this bee doing to this larva? Well, let's read the caption. It says, bee milk is a milky syrup that is full of nutrition. It is made by glands inside the nurse worker bee. So I know this bee is giving this larva some bee milk. I'm also noticing that it says bee bread is a combination of pollen and honey. And maybe this bee is giving this larva some bee bread. We're also seeing a comment on royal jelly, and we know that royal jelly is only made for the queen larvas. Royal jelly is made the same way as bee milk, but it is more nutritious. Let's find some more areas where there are captions, and I think, if I remember correctly, this next one is a true caption. So usually when I see a caption in a book, it is a sentence on a picture describing the picture. This is a true caption. It is a sentence about this picture that is kind of like a zoom in off of this, and we go here. And it says, pollination is the movement of pollen from the stamen to the stigma of the same kind of plant. This makes seeds to grow new plants. So I'm learning here in this diagram, it's not about honeybees, but it's actually about pollination, which is something honeybees do. So this gives me a little bit more information about what's happening inside of a flower. So thankfully there's a caption so I can learn that information. We're going to look at two more captions. So on this page, the captions are descriptive, and they describe the honeybee dances. So this is the circle dance, and I wouldn't know anything about the circle dance besides that it's a circle if I didn't have this caption. And then there's another dance bees do called the wagtail dance, and I really wouldn't know what this squiggle is doing with this bee here if I didn't have my caption. So thankfully we have those two captions to describe the dances. And the last reason I love captions is because they can answer so many different questions I might be having. For example, when we were studying honeybees in class, we all saw that if you farm honey, you're a farmer of honeybees, you use these hives that are stacked like this. They look like a bunch of boxes and they're stacked. And a lot of us had questions like, how is the honeycomb made? Well, Look at this caption here. It says that a foundation is a sheet of wax impressed on both sides with a pattern of honeybee cells. So honeybees don't have to waste time making all these cells. The beekeepers or bee farmers put these foundations inside their beehives so that they don't have to waste energy making those honeycomb structures. So thankfully, this book is filled with captions to answer all of my questions, to tell me what the author is talking about, and to show me with a picture what is happening. So while we read The Honeymakers, I want you to look for captions all throughout this book. All right, guys, bye.